A glorious good morning to everyone. Hope you all are doing well. My name is G. Sarita from TTWRDC Mahbub Nagar. I am pursuing BSc final year. Uh, I want to say one thing. Just do you observe any person who is falls sick? Every person, not one person. Every person in lifetime, at least once in a lifetime, they fall sick. By using some medicines, they may be recover and get well soon. Today, I am going to discuss with the medicinal chemistry. Medicinal is nothing but the substances which have the healing properties. Means the plants or the substances which have the healing properties. Healing properties is nothing but the recovery properties. This is called the medicinal. Chemistry is nothing but it is a branch of science that deals with the substances composition or structure of the chemical compounds. It is called the chemistry. Medicinal chemistry is nothing but it encloses the design, discovery and the synthesis of a medicinal or pharmaceutical drugs. Pharmaceutical drugs is the drugs which can reduce a common diseases like cold, fever, headache. Like that, it can be reduces. Pharmaceutical drugs also is a part of medicinal chemistry. This can be helpful to reduce common diseases like cold, fever, headache, etc. And medicinal chemistry, it is mainly focused on the disease and the designing of a design, discovery and development and synthesis of a drug which can be helpful to reduce an disease. And it is also concerned with the isolation of the drugs from the different plants, and also it evaluates the pre-existing plant properties, pre-existing drug properties. It is called the medicinal chemistry. Let us see. Ehrlich is the father of medicinal chemistry. He is the father of medicinal chemistry, and the disciple Paul was the disciple of the Ehrlich. And the sixth element, it is called Slaverson. It is the most effective drug which can be have the all the effective properties in that. It is the most effective drug, and the medicinal chemistry is nothing but the whole the properties which have the capacity to reduce a disease. Means medicinal chemistry involves in the design, synthesis, discovery and development of a pharmaceutical drugs. It is also called as medicina. Medicina is nothing but the art of healing. Medicina in a Latin word, we call drug is a medicina. Medicina is nothing but the art of healing. Medicina have the properties, following properties. Let us see what are the properties of the medicina, in which the medicina involves the properties. Means how a drug can be synthesized, what are the properties of the drugs, how it can be reduce a disease in the human body. These are the steps to know the how a drug can be acts on the human body. See, first is the synthesis, structure, active relationship, receptor interaction, absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion. These are the properties that involves in the medicina. Means synthesis is nothing but the combination of different compounds in a whole. Means taking a different or isolating a different compounds into a final product. Taking many different compounds and isolation of a pure compounds and making it into a finally product. It is called the synthesis. Like in the synthesis, the chemical reaction occurs like all the compounds are reacted to be form a final product. Means the starting material is going to be exposed into the chemical reaction, and it can be finally forms a product. It is called the synthesis. Next, structure active relationship. Structure active relationship is nothing but it is the relationship between the chemical structure of a molecule and the biological activity. Means when we take a drug into our body, first of all we want to observe that what are the modifications and the effects of the drug into our human body. Means when a drug when we take a drug, it can be changed the chemical composition of the drug. So it allows the drug allows the modification effects and it allows the changes taking place in our body. It is the structure active relationship. Receptor interaction. Receptor interaction is nothing but when we take any drug, it interacts with our receptors. Means the best receptor interaction means the drug interacts with the specific binding sites. Proteins are the most specific sites, so the receptor interacts with the amino acids. After interaction with the receptors, the chemical composition of a drug, it can be changes the structure, chemical composition of structure of the drug. Like that, receptor interaction can be taking place in our body. After receptor interaction, after binding to a specific sites, it can changes the structure of the chemical substances. After that, absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion, ADMS. It is studied and it is designed to estimate how drug can be entered into the human and how it can be shows effects on the biological activity. What are the steps of drug? It can be reduces the disease. Let us see. Absorption means absorption is nothing but the administration of the drug. When a drug is administered to the human, it can be in many ways, like orally or through injection, etc. Absorption, administration of the drug. After administration of the drug, it absorbs. First it absorbs and it moves from the administration site to the blood vessels or blood site. Blood streams means movement of the drug from the administration site to the bloodstream. It is called the absorption. After absorption, distribution takes place. Distribution is nothing but after administration of the drug, the movement of drug from the administration site to the bloodstream. After reaching of the bloodstream, it can be distributes or splits into in our body through vessels. And it can be reaches to the liver, etc. This is the distribution. And after that, metabolism. Metabolism is nothing but the biotransformation of the drug into from one organ to the another organ. Primarily, the drug can be transferred from the liver. After that, liver to the kidneys. Like that, biotransformation can be takes place in the metabolism. After that, if the drug want to be expelled from our body, means in metabolism, if we want a specific or a good metabolism, means we want to alterate the drug with the water fluids, so it can be easily removed via feces or urine. So we want to alterate the drug with the water bodies or water fluids. And after that, excretion. Excretion is nothing but it is the total process, means absorption, distribution, metabolism. It is followed by the absorption, distribution. After distribution, metabolism takes place. After metabolism, the drug can be expelled or it can be evaporated or it can be removed from our body. It can be removed from our body through kidneys via urine or feces. So it is the excretion, means removed out of our body. These are the medicine which can be have an biological activity in our body. These are the steps of a medicine, how it can enter our body and how it can be expelled or excreted from our body. This is the steps involved in the medicine. Next, We discussed about the medicinal chemistry. We discussed about the how a medicine can get effects or can have the steps in our body and how it can be reduce a disease. Then we discuss about the types of the diseases. Disease is nothing but a common illness or a sickness or abnormality in our body. Means if a person organisms or a person organisms may be fall into a sickness or abnormality in the regular functions is called the disease. Means the types of the let us see the types of the diseases. The types of the diseases are common diseases, infective diseases, waterborne diseases and hereditary diseases. Common diseases are nothing but the we fall into sick. When we fall into sick, we may get fever, headache, like that we may get. The common diseases are the nothing but the headache, fever and see here, headache, fever and kidney disorders, respiratory problems, body pains. These are all the common diseases. We cannot use a particular antibiotics or any type of other drugs to the common diseases, but we may take a personal protection from the to cure the common diseases. Like we want to be wash our hands daily. We want to avoid a close contact with the sick people. We want to take a good healthy food. By this we can get rid of the common diseases. Next we discuss about the infective diseases. See here, infective diseases are nothing but the it is caused by the infection and it is also transferred from one person to another person. Infective diseases is mainly caused by the bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoa, like this. Bacteria, when we talk about bacteria, it is a common single cell organism. By the bacteria we may get urinary disorders and we may get tobacco, means we may get tuberculosis. By the bacteria we may get tuberculosis, and by the virus we may get so many of the common diseases. It ranges from the common cold to the AIDS, and also coronavirus. It is also a dangerous virus which spreads from one person to the another person. In this infective disease, let us see infective diseases are the two types, that are insect-borne diseases and airborne diseases. Insect-borne diseases are nothing but the which can be affected by insects. Means by the insect bite. We may get the disease by the insect bite. It is called the infective diseases. Like malaria, we may get that malaria from the Anopheles mosquito, and dengue from the Aedes mosquito, and also cholera. Like that we may get diseases. And airborne diseases, this is also another type of infective diseases, and we may if insect-borne diseases, we may expose to the insect-borne diseases, we may get that small fever, abdominal pain, like that we may experience. And after that we cannot use proper medicines to treat the diseases, but we may take self-protection, like using mosquito repellents and using insect repellents. Like that we may get rid of the diseases, and using a better shelter to sleep. It is better to avoid the insect-borne diseases. After that, airborne diseases. Airborne diseases are nothing but the diseases which may spread by the contamination of the air, and it can be comes into the air by an infected person. If an infected person can cough, sneeze, or etc., he can do anything. Means the particles from his nose can be expelled or can be distributed into the air. By that, when we take that contaminated air, it can be transmitted to ourselves. Like that, the airborne diseases can be transferred from one people to another people. There is also not a particular medicines or a particular drug or antiviral agents, but we want to take a proper steps, avoid close contact with the sick persons. It is better to get rid of the disease. And in some cases, some pharmaceutical drugs can be used to reduce the cold and etc. It is the infective diseases. After that, we may discuss about the waterborne diseases. Waterborne diseases is nothing but the diseases which can be caused by the contaminated water. By taking of the contaminated water, we may get the diseases. Waterborne diseases like typhoid, cholera, etc., diarrhea can be caused by the contaminated water. Typhoid is a disease which can be caused by the Salmonella typhi. And diarrhea, if a person can be fall into diarrhea, he may get full vomitings, etc. Like that, these waterborne diseases also causes many things like abdominal pain, vomitings, and headache, diarrhea, loose motions. Like that, the exposed person may be get this type of the illnesses. And there is no particular agents for the waterborne diseases, and using an antiviral and antibiotics like streptomycin, azithromycin, etc. can be get reduce of this disease. And also using some pharmaceutical medicines can get rid of these diseases. After that, we may discuss about the hereditary diseases. Hereditary diseases are nothing but the DNA abnormality in the DNA functioning. It is called the hereditary diseases. Means the genetic disorders. These are the genetic disorders. These are many types like Down syndrome, bald headedness, etc. The Down syndrome can be caused by the unequal division in the cell division, or the proper division does not occur in the cell division, so the person may be exposed to the Down syndrome. And bald headedness can be caused by the hereditary, means it can be transferred from the parents to the children's. It is the hereditary disease. And for this, the treatment is the laser therapy. It is the treatment. Next, hemophilia. Hemophilia is nothing but the blood clotting will be increases. The clotting will be heavy clotting will be there in the hemophilia patients. By using the clotting agents or by inserting administration of the clotting agents, we can be get rid of that. And sickle cell anemia is nothing but the displacement or the red blood cells can be damaged, and the red blood cells can be forms a structure of crescent like moon. These are the sickle cell anemia diseases. And these all the common diseases can be reduced by using proper medicines. So we want to know about the medicinal chemistry and how it can be effect on our bio-living system. These are the common diseases, and it can be used by using antibiotics, antiviral agents, and also some other type of antitoxic substances, etc. This can be get rid of those diseases. Next, see what are the common diseases? Common diseases caused by the humans. Means what are the agents, what are the organisms that causes the human disease, human body diseases? Let us see the common diseases in the humans. Means the bacterial diseases. What are the bacterial diseases? Viral diseases, fungal diseases, and protozoal helmintic diseases. Bacterial diseases are the diseases which is caused by the different bacteriums, like different bacterias The diseases are the dysentery, plague, diphtheria, cholera and typhoid pneumonia. These are all the bacterial diseases. Then viral diseases, common cold, mumps, malaise, viral hepatitis, dengue fever, chikungunya, chickenpox and poliomyelitis. These are the viral diseases. And fungal diseases, candidiasis and athlete's foot. These are the fungal diseases. Protozoan diseases is the malaria, amoebiasis, African sleeping sickness and Kala Azar. These are the protozoan diseases. Helminthic diseases is nothing but the Oscaris and filariasis. These are the helminthic diseases. Means these bacterial diseases can be the symptoms. If we get bacterial diseases, means the symptoms are the we may fall very sick and we may get fever, headache, like that. These bacterial diseases can be reduced by using antibiotics, etc. This is about the bacterial diseases. And viral diseases may be transferred from the one people to another people. The viral diseases can be reduced by using antiviral agents and antiviral drugs, etc. Fungal diseases can be cured by pasting or by using creams, using creams on the affected areas. By that we can reduce these diseases. And protozoan diseases and helminthic diseases. Protozoan diseases also used and it can be treated by antibiotics, and helminthic diseases also used by are treated with antibiotic drugs. This is about the common diseases which can be causes to the human beings. Then let us see about the applications of the medicinal chemistry. Means by the medicinal chemistry, what are the uses? Means see that separation of the different mixtures from the compound. If we take a plant and we can extract or isolation a drug from it having the many impurities or it having the many compounds. Means medicinal chemistry is helpful for the separation of different mixtures of a compound. It can be helpful for the separation of different compounds and removal of impurities. Means if any impurities are there in that substance, it can be helpful to remove the impurities from that. And isolation of active constituents. And means we cannot know what is the compound that is the particular thing that can reduces the disease. So if we know that active compound, we can easily extract. So by the medicinal chemistry, we may know easily what is the active compound that helpful to reduce the disease. It is the isolation of the active compound. And isolation of metabolic from the biological fluids. It is also isolation of the metabolic fluids from the biological fluids. Means we may use fluids also to reduce the disease. The medicinal chemistry also useful for the isolation of the metabolic compound and estimation of drugs in the formulations. Means how much dose can be reduces a disease, and what are the doses that can be given to the human beings for a particular disease. It is the medicinal chemistry, and this can be helpful for to treat a disease or to treat a disorder in the human body. And nowadays medicinal chemistry is mostly helpful in our society, because many persons are exposing to illness, or many persons we want to evaluate many existing drugs, and we want to make a modern drugs from the existing drugs. And nowadays the medicinal chemistry is very helpful, because we may use plenty of medicines to reduce our diseases. So not only in the medicinal chemistry or pharmaceutical drugs, we are having many homeopathic, allopathic and etc. Type of the diseases. And when we discussed about the today's situation, it is very important to prepare many drugs from the laboratory, because it is the need in this society on the Mainly nowadays we are requiring more and more drugs, because to reduce the diseases what we have, to reduce the diseases. And I want to say that medicinal chemistry plays an important role nowadays. It is better to know that, and it is better to, it is also helpful for the medicinal labs to prepare the surgery materials. Totally medicinal chemistry plays an important role in our daily life. So it is my topic. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you so much. I hope all are understood what is the medicinal chemistry. Thank you so much.